the
Look,
fucking
I'm
text.
tired of your two dick riders being like, who the fuck is this?
Mm.
They won't shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna kill you.
I won't kill them.
Now you say something.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's a good thing to say.
Did I do it?
That's a great thing to say.
Okay.
Hello, people. How are you? Can you hear
What's up,
us?
fellas? How's it going?
I am currently facing away from the mic because we have this different setup because we are actually all in the same room, and that's why we don't have the things on screen right now.
Yeah.
We're on physical location.
Yes.
I'm literally on location right now, so saying. Yeah, see, that's good.
There, I'm putting the damn names.
That's perfect.
Just put Lenny Poop.
Lenny Poo Poo. Put Hot Tour Tuesdays on mine. Okay, now put in parentheses RB.
Yeah, I guess it might.
RB.
Ooh!
Damn! Curly fries.
Roast beef.
Lenny Poo Poo. RB.
Isn't that SMT?
What?
Isn't that SMT font?
No, it's just a font that I picked out.
But it looks so good.
Yeah, because I like it. That's why I picked
This is
it.
fucking font.
That's why I picked it.
Should I start?
Yeah, you go ahead. We're gonna be doing the infinite mode.
Yep. And it's gonna be really fucking crazy.
We're gonna be talking about the news today.
Fucking news today.
Talking about the
news
news.
in the security room.
Talking about the news while doing some infinite mode because
in the security room.
we really like Dead Rising. Dead Rising is pretty neato.
This remaster is really open.
Yes.
Yes.
Not welded shut in infinite mode.
Yeah. Oh.
Hello, Porkly 3, J Bra Macca.
Hello.
How's everyone doing? It's been like 2 or 3 weeks since the last one.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
Has it honestly been 2-3 weeks?
I think so.
That's
we
because
were
they kept
holding.
canceling it.
We were honestly. Well, part of it is I think we canceled one, then another one we pushed it off because we knew like you were coming.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh, we should
We'll
just do it in
when I
person.
get here,
Yeah.
And you just go to the
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we some things have happened over the last couple of weeks. Some things that are pretty notable that people are talking about.
Did you make sure to note them all down? Like, is there stuff that we gotta remember?
There's one thing I forgot to put down. I just never got around to it, but
Yeah, that's fair.
I could just.
Okay. All right, that's fine. First, what's going on?
Okay, well, first up, PlayStation 5 Pro has been announced. It adds a PlayStation equivalent of DLSS called PSSR, or PISSR for short.
Pisser.
Pisser.
Yeah.
The big selling point is that you don't have to pick between fidelity and performance modes.
Even though there's been so many tests that just show that it really doesn't fucking matter still.
Well, here's it. Okay. You want to know something? I feel like kind of like the big point is they were trying to show off like the differences it was like the differences it was making, and in order to show that off, they had to zoom in on the image. They had to zoom in on the image to show the differences.
If it's so minuscule that you have to be like, zoom in. No, zoom in. Zoom in.
Keep going.
zoom in on the background.
Don't fucking stop.
You see that?
No.
You see it, don't you now?
You see it now, don't you?
Because you couldn't before.
Yeah, no. And even then, it's like a slight upgrade. It's like a slight difference. It looks slightly better. It's like it doesn't matter.
And
though.
for $700.
Yeah, $700. But yeah, anyway, $700, and that's just without the disk drive. There's no disk drive, period. So if you want a disk drive, you have to pay an additional $80.
So fucking crazy. I mean,
And then if you want a stand in order to be able to stand it up, because it doesn't come with the plastic fucking stand,
I thought this was Kathy's book.
it's $30. So you're paying $810. Then you include tax, and that brings up to like $900 probably.
Yeah.
It's like it may as well just be $900. This
And
thing's insane.
In different countries, like...
Oh, I feel
it's
so
even
bad.
more, it's even more expensive. Like
I feel so bad
Canada,
for
I think, is like
Canadians.
at least $1,000.
Mm-hmm. I feel so bad for Canadians. It's insane. It's insane. No, it's I feel like this is the sort of thing where people have been talking about this since it was announced. We've even talked about it. It's just insane. This is not okay.
No, it's not.
I think this is just PlayStation getting cocky I feel like it's a mix of things. I think it's rising costs of things, and they have to make their money back. But also, I think this is like throwback to the classic PS3 era. PlayStation's getting cocky
because they did $500 the PS3, right?
The PS3 I think was $600.
It was $600 for the absolute best model. They had 3 models. From what I remember, it was a $400, $500, and a $600.
Yes. And then the six. And
you got to remember, this is back in like 2007, 2008. I
think it was 2006 actually.
Yeah, so like $600 back then is about the equivalent of what they're kind of asking for the PS5 Pro now.
So what was it? There's been all this argument. Also, Jeff Keighley doing all that like that playing defense and like trying to defend the pricing. He starts going into like, well, if you factor in inflation, you're actually getting a really good deal for the PS5 Pro because it's actually like the most expensive PlayStation console is actually the PS3 when you adjust for inflation.
Now, the most expensive PlayStation console is my fucking computer.
Yes. Yes. No, yeah, seriously. But yeah, like okay, to adjust for inflation, it's like okay, that's reasonable, but that doesn't change the fact that one, minimum wage hasn't changed at all since then. So like you're ultimately having to work longer hours to pay for it than what you would have to do to pay for the PS3 back then. It's Jeff Keighley's being a fucking... He's being a shill. He's being a shill for PS5 and PlayStation and all that. Ugh.
He's gotta keep up so he can keep doing
people
shows.
in the industry are just like, it's very blatantly like blind following. Doesn't matter, like, it's just like all you gotta do is read the room. And gamers do not care for this, and yet he's still like, nah man, it's good.
It's top tier, be excited.
Watch this.
Whoa.
No, I was pretending to be Jeff Keighley. He was saying watch this and fucking $1,000.
Honestly, I've talked about this with my roommate. Jeff Keighley, I feel like as time has gone on, he's just becoming less and less of a journalist and more of like he has to be friendly and like play ball with all of these corporations in order to
Oh my god, this game is woke.
This game's woke as fuck. we can't enjoy Dead Rising anymore.
Can't do it.
But no, he has to play nice with all these corporations because he wants to get. The reason why the Game Awards is able to do everything it does is because it has record viewership numbers, and the reason why the record viewership numbers happen is because it has all of these like, all these reveals. In order to get those reveals, he's got to play nice with these companies. What the cat?
Break it off! Oh shit!
The cat!
Fuck! Oh! I'm fucking.
We have the cat here, and the cat was just trying to get behind the computer, which I don't want him to do. But he wants to stare out the window. But I won't let him stare out the window.
He's very meow.
These gems are actually fucking nuts. Crazy.
But yeah, it's just Jeff Keighley. It's the sort of thing where it's like, listen, I can understand why he might be doing this, but that doesn't excuse just the blatant anti-consumer bullshit.
Just the absolute like disrespect
to the average player.
Gaming culture right now, like.
As for real quick, Dopamine 3.
I like that game.
Yeah. That is a good game.
It's a great game.
Great fucking game.
No, the Deluxe Remaster is pretty damn great. There are a couple of weird things about it that at first, like when we first booted it up, we were concerned, like, oh, this is like not gonna... I don't know how I'm going to feel about this, but then as it kind of goes on, it mellows out, so it only really results in a weird beginning. Mainly the experience in the beginning is, like, crazy how much they just hand out levels.
It's very clearly
but it levels out.
Be easier for people when they just start, because it was very much...
It is a difficult beginning.
Yeah. I think it's just...
It's kind of like what we were talking about earlier, where this game is the absolute hardest in the beginning. And then it gets easier over time because Frank just gets so much better.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have way more tools later on in the game, but in the beginning of the game, Frank can get bodied super quick.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the leveling at first, it was very concerning because it was like, I don't know it was the kind of thing where it's like, I have no reason to believe that this would level out. It just seemed like they changed it in the beginning to make you level up a lot quicker. But once you get past, like, what would you say, like, level 10 or something, it levels out a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
And it's ultimately not a bad thing. But it is kind of jarring at first, because you won't even have, like, properly started the game, and you'll already be, like, level 6.
Right.
It's, like, it comes so quickly and so easily, it's, like, it's weird. But yeah, it's cool. It's a good remaster, remake, one of these weird in-between.
I'm very happy with this.
What was the first one of these? I think the first one of these weird in-between remaster remakes, I think it might have actually been Xenoblade Definitive Edition, maybe? I don't think it's
where it's like in the middle, not quite.
I don't think it's the one that caused this like caused a bunch of them to happen, but I think it might have been the first instance of it. At least the first I can think of.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it did exactly what it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like 2.5, like Xenoblade 1.5 or whatever, right?
Yeah. They went back in and they completely redid the models and they did various quality of life things. That's more than just the head's just floating there. We did more than just like a couple of things. We actually like went in and like touched up and added a number of things to overall make it just kind of a smoother experience. And then of course again the models. The models were crazy.
It's like the biggest thing was the model
the full character art style change.
Which I don't know if Xenoblade 1 did this, but this is very clear, like just like a remaster is. It's a fresh coat.
Sean! He just jumped down!
He fucking jumped down. Yeah, like a fresh coat of paint, but the same exact animation. Everything's the same.
My understanding is that's what Xenoblade did. It was literally, for the most part, it was literally the exact same. The only new content was in Future Connected. Which, hot take, I think people are too harsh on Future Connected. I think a lot of people were expecting a Torna level experience, but the problem
wasn't that big, or wasn't like that different.
Well, Torna was like huge. It's to the point that they literally sold it as a standalone game.
Yeah, I mean, it was long enough to where you could argue it could have just been its own Xenoblade game.
Yes. Whereas Future Connected, it's a short, like maybe 10-hour experience, with like a good amount of stuff in it. But ultimately, it's not that different. And the story isn't amazing, but I kind of went into it expecting, like, oh, okay, this story's probably not going to be anything amazing. It's just going to be, like... It's just going to be more time with the characters. And the character work, I thought, was fantastic. The story is whatever. The story, I think, has, like, a lot of flaws. But overall, I feel like people are just too harsh on that game because it wasn't a full DLC thing. It just came bundled in with the remaster of 1. So I
feel it was just a nice bonus, honestly. Like
exactly, it was a nice.
You can't really be too mad about an extra bonus content thing that you could play in a remaster, especially like since most remasters you don't get much added to it. At least in the history of remasters and remakes.
Yes, like it's to a point where in my head I don't immediately categorize Future Connected as its own game, just because it doesn't feel like that was the intent. Because it was a bundle-in thing that they sold along with something else.
Right.
More question. Hey, Proto, what you doing? Canada or Victor, what are you doing? How you doing?
What's up, fellas?
Quick question. Did they keep the convict theme? Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. Thank God.
I can't remember what the artist's name was.
Oh, I listened to Gone... Oh!
The jank is still here.
Let's go! Let's go!
Ceremonial sword?
Oh!
Bass guitar.
That's a good thing to catch on cam.
Yeah, no, seriously.
That's good.
No, you're completely right, Proto. Future Connected, it existed to lay the groundwork for Xenoblade 3, and then to also act as like hey, let's have like a one more visit with Shulk and Melia, which Chuck Conroy came back and he's just there. Chuck Conroy came back and he did Future Connected as a Let's Play, and he one thing he said that just really annoyed me, because I feel like a lot of people echo this opinion. I think it's a dumb opinion. That's too mean. I think it's a silly opinion. Basically, it's people saying that, like, oh, Melia, she didn't get, like, an end to her arc in the base game, and I feel like that's people missing the point. Where it's like, oh, like, Future Connected kind of gave her an actual end to, like development and an end. It's like, well, no, she already did. She just didn't get with the boy she liked.
Yeah.
It was the sort of thing where her arc is about, like, finding her place and, like, where she belongs. And then she realizes it by the end of the base game. And then Future Connected comes along and is more about her struggling to be like, okay, well, what does a leader even mean? That's kind of what she goes through in that game. She's, like, figuring out, like, actually learning to be more of a leader and, like, a lot of these struggles of more, like, less, like, I need to lead everyone in a fight, and more, I need to lead everyone, like, and figure out how to unite people underneath me. And it's like, yeah, it's, it's just sort of thing where I feel like people are just too mean to Future Connected. I think they expected too much when it wasn't trying to be that.
Yeah.
If it was treated as a Torna or Future Redeemed type experience, then yeah, no, totally.
It would have gotten its own release.
It would have got. It probably would have. I don't know. It's at the very least, I will say, Future Redeemed. I don't think we'll ever get a physical release, just because someone could start there, and if it did, it would only be like a limited run games release.
Yeah.
I don't think it would get a wide release like Torna did, because Torna actually is very standalone. You could start with it. Future Redeemed is literally you have to have played like everything. 1, 2,
Learn
and
to
3.
speak rudimentary Japanese.
Oh wow!
That's for the survivors.
Yeah, those are for those survivors. Well, anyway, PS5 Pro.
Yeah, PS5
we were talking about that.
No, that's absolutely what we were talking. The PS5 Pro is it's obviously going to sell well, but it's not going to sell to people who want it.
Hey, Icebreaker, what's up? I think it's just very frustrating. I think it's a mix of PlayStation, you know, the rising cost of things. PlayStation just put out this insane price point that like might be enough for them to make money, but I don't think the average person. It's just like I don't think that's fair to the average person.
Yeah, because what Glenn said was absolutely right. It was like it's gonna sell well, but it's gonna hurt the brand because the brand is about people who are just daily consumers, and then scalpers are gonna take.
I mean, just like think of all the press that's already been surrounding the PS5 Pro. Most of the people on YouTube are talking about how bad it is for people like us who. I'm not gonna drop $700 on PS5 Pro. I still don't have a PS5 Pro, but like, why would I spend more money on a PS5 Pro now? Than I mean, my PC. I'm still primarily a PC gamer. I still don't have a reason to pick up a PS5 Pro. Like why would I ever get something like that? I just don't.
It's the sort of thing where like I look at like okay, Switch 2 coming out in like the next year. Switch 2 coming out. I'm going to pick that up, partly because, you know, I want to, but also partly because that is very much, like, a very reasonable, like, business expense you could make.
True.
And it's like, I can totally get that if it's, like, a business expense. A PS5 Pro, like, the only way I could imagine myself picking that up is if I literally had a job that was about covering PlayStation. I would not get it any other way. Because it's like, I just don't think it's a good enough upgrade to warrant it, and it's way too goddamn expensive. Especially when you try to account for everything.
I mean, this is basically what happens when competition isn't a thing anymore.
Yeah, good job, Xbox.
Yeah, PlayStation doesn't really have to worry about Xbox anymore.
No, Xbox, the way Xbox is going, they're bowing out, like, I think they're going to have at least one more generation.
I don't understand what Xbox is doing anymore.
I think we'll get a follow-up to the Series X and Series S.
Yeah.
And then that will probably be it, just based on how they're currently going. Man, Phil Spencer just tanked his reputation over the course of a year.
After that fucking layoff, that's it.
It's like as soon as they bought Activision, it was like right after they bought Activision, it was like one thing after another, and people just started to dislike this man more and more.
Which is a shame because he's really like
he seems like a good guy. I just don't think he's doing a good job leading Xbox right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all marketing though. Like he could look like the nicest guy you know, at a glance.
Course.
But
sure,
I mean,
yeah.
he could be a super dick.
Of course.
We have no idea.
Of course. No, he kind of went the route of, like, say, like, Reggie.
Yeah.
Where, like, just honest to God, though, I do actually genuinely think Reggie's probably just a good guy. But when you look at how they present him in, like, marketing, it was so clearly, like, they're trying to build an image for him.
Yeah.
A lot of my ideas are, like, he actually seems like a good guy, comes from, like, interviews. Oh! Will, you ruined it.
I did.
You ruined it. How dare you?
I fucking killed it, dude. Crazy.
What is it? After Redfall, Phil Spencer literally was like, no matter how good our exclusives are, we will never be able to compete with Sony. That is a good point.
What a defeatist attitude.
Yeah, like, why would you say that?
It is a really weird thing to just admit to the fucking world.
You just don't do that. Like, why would you do that?
No, I completely agree, Ace. They shouldn't have bought Activision. I
Especially if they weren't gonna do anything.
They're just gonna shut down a bunch of their studios.
We bought you so we can shut you down.
And then they're not even gonna be exclusives, really. They're just gonna be like...
Yeah, what's the point of going, like, Monopoly, like, wide in terms of, like, their business practices and then doing nothing towards that?
Yeah.
Like, buying up all these companies is, like, damn near Monopoly status, which is why, like, their Activision accumulation took so long. Because they were trying to argue that, like, they're trying to be a monopoly in the business.
Yeah. No, once they like bought Bethesda, I was like, oh shit, that's huge. They just bought a publisher, and I was like, it was like a little concerning because that was the first time they bought a publisher, but it was also like Bethesda is like huge, but they're kind of like on the lower tier of like the big publishers. I feel. Where it's like not that they don't. It's like not that big. It wasn't that big of a concern, I guess, is the way to put it. Activision is one of like, oh, they publish everything. This is a concern. Them buying it. This is like actually monopoly territory. So yeah, no. I just Xbox. Xbox sucks.
Well, I wonder what's next for the.
I don't know, but I will tell you what will be next. Annapurna Interactive having to completely restaff the entire company because everyone quit all at once because they wanted to spin off into their own company separate from Annapurna Pictures, and then the owner of both companies was like, nah. So then everyone just left, which is like kind of crazy. They laid themselves off. And
what game were they responsible?
So Annapurna Interactive, they're a publisher who's mainly published a lot of indie games.
Yeah.
A good comparison to them would be like, you know how everyone has gotten this like this image of what an A24 movie is like.
Yeah.
Where A24 publishes or they distribute a bunch of indie films that are like really artsy, but they all kind of have like a general flavor to them, whether intentional or not.
Yeah.
Annapurna was kind of like that, but with indie video games. And they've published a number of things. Well, I gotta pull up a list.
I mean, they're one of those companies that not a lot of people really. I mean, like
They know of the games.
Yeah.
They just don't know of the publisher. I feel. Oh! Our fourth has arrived, and he has something to say about Annapurna Interactive.
Rick, what do you have to say about Annapurna Interactive?
Look at me.
Now you shut up.
He's thinking about it. What thinking about
Well, here they've published What Remains of Edith Finch, Donut County, Outer Wilds, Sayonara. Whoa!
What the fuck is happening?
Oh!
What the fuck is happening?
Oh, you drank a coffee.
Oh, it's the coffee. Oh, that's right. It was a Fleetfoot mix.
Whoa!
It was a Fleetfoot mix.
Whoa!
Bro.
I forgot all about mixing drinks.
My God.
I forgot. Oh, fuck. I forgot all about mixing drinks.
It's so goofy.
It's so silly, so wacky, so fucking goofy, so silly, so fucking crazy. Look at this fucking shit.
And now it's over.
Thank you. Thank you, Brick.
Thank you, Brick.
That was quick.
Yeah, it was over. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, they've done a couple of things. There's one game in particular. I'm trying to remember. Chuck, Pat, Speaking of cat, they published that cat game Stray.
Oh,
that's probably their biggest.
They did Stray, Neon White, Cocoon, which won Best Indie Game last year at the Game Awards. They've done a number of things, but most recently, they also announced a partnership with Remedy to fund Control 2, as well as bring Control and Alan Wake into an actual live-action format.
Yeah. Where it belongs, I think.
Heavily influenced. It's the sort of thing. I think it's totally fair to bring those into like some kind of live-action movie or TV show. Right. I think you could make a Control TV show that would be like fairly standalone from the game, still be good.
Yeah. Just
like the concept of the FBC is so like unique. You could get a lot out of it. They get like this weird office-styled like horror thing, like half comedy, half horror, where it's like something like that. You could totally get like a good show out of it.
I still need to play Alan Wake.
It's so fucking good. It's so good.
Yeah.
But anyway, the good news is that Remedy has said that their contract was specifically with Annapurna Pictures, which is the movie branch of Annapurna. So they are not affected by this in the slightest.
They are.
Annapurna?
Yeah.
Yes. They started as a movie distribution company for like indie movies, and then they started a video game one. I feel like they've become more known for video games, which is probably why they wanted to spin the company off in the first place. But yeah, they Remedy and that deal is going to be unaffected by it.
Yeah.
But it was funny because remember, Will, last stream, the last one, I ended it off on some good news because there was so much bad news.
Yeah.
But the good news is that Remedy had that deal with Annapurna, and then immediately afterwards, this happens.
Right.
So it's just kind of unfortunate, but also fortunate.
I mean, it kind of seems like at least near the end of this year, every week is something new.
Yes.
That is either like ridiculously popular or superbly negative.
Yeah.
Mostly.
It feels like a very negative year.
Oh, there's just like a million layoff. What is it?
Layoff Central.
Xbox laid off. I didn't put this down. I probably should have, but they laid off another 600 people.
Yeah, very recently.
Like 2 weeks ago. It's.
I didn't know that.
Microsoft actually, ever since the worst thing Microsoft has done since they bought Activision is just lay off hundreds of thousands.
Yeah. Which...
Wait, does that imply they laid off 100,000 people, or they laid off 100 to 1,000? Like,
I thought it was supposed to be like a quarter of one of their divisions. It just happened to be
something like that.
big.
It was thousands. It's thousands. Yeah. It's in the thousands.
That's still so far.
It's not like 10,000, but it's still like more than 1,000. It's insane. Tons of people just out of work. Yeah.
We'll have to like destroy it, probably.
Yeah, we'll do it ourselves. We'll destroy Microsoft ourselves.
We'll destroy Microsoft.
Yeah. Guess another thing someone wants to destroy. Well, actually, something that was destroyed a long time ago. In fact, almost 10 years ago. Thinking about it. Keiji Inafune's reputation. It's continuing to be destroyed, actually.
it's still going. Because when did this information come out?
Well, this is some new information. So about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, they went and re-released a bunch of Capcom Marvel fighting games in a collection.
Yep.
And they had MVC2 in there, which is awesome. MVC2 is great, and it's hard to come by otherwise.
It's gonna take you for a ride.
Well, one of the developers on the game,
shat his pants.
Yes, and Keiji Inafune was like, no. No.
Inafune was like, okay.
That's kind of gross.
That's kind of gross, but okay.
That gives me an idea.
Yeah, I gave him an idea. And what did he do with that idea?
So I don't know if you might remember this, but you know how Roll was a playable character?
Yes, Mega Man's Roll.
MVC2? Yes.
Yeah.
Do you remember her having like a weird amount of panty shots.
Yeah, it was strange. Yeah, there's a lot of those.
Yeah. Apparently that was entirely because of Keiji Inafune. Because they just like actually animated Roll, and had her just be normal, and then he came in and was like, "Where are the panty shots?" I'm not kidding.
And everybody's like, "Isn't Roll like
a child?"
Inafune was just like, "You think I'm fucking kidding around here? I'm serious."
What in the absolute fuck?
What are you talking? Are you serious?
It was so the team went back in and added in a bunch of panty shots to Roll's animations, and it's like, what is up with this man?
That's about what I would expect from Inafune at this point, honestly.
Yeah.
Because he did a really good job with Dead Rising 2. He had to do something that fucked up.
Yeah.
Something had to happen.
God.
So, you know,
there's good and then there's bad.
There's good and there's bad. There's Inafune.
Yeah.
Keiji Inafune.
I mean, just 1 week you're releasing the Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, and then the next week you're just, getting out as a pedophile.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it be sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it just goes that way.
A weird robot pedophile.
You know, whatever. Yeah, that's just how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I have no idea how to segue into this next topic.
We can't. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
the
just
topic.
reading Ace Breaker's comment.
Zeus.
Fucking prison sequel.
Yeah.
Yo, that's right. Yuji Naka meeting Inafune.
He is in prison.
Like, oh my god.
Oh shit. What is Inafune doing now? Last I remember, he popped up as a producer on some game, but the game had like otherwise nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
He had some NFT project. I know that much.
Of course.
And it was like basically bootleg Robot Masters that he just came up with the designs for. Man, he just destroyed his reputation.
What a silly bitch.
What a silly little man.
I don't know what we're gonna do about him. Mike, what are we gonna do about him?
We're going to...
We're gonna have to kill him, right?
We're gonna have to nullify his existence. There we go. There we go.
That was a good one.
There we go. That's a segue.
So, how are you going to start it now?
Well, I'm going to null him by putting the Venom villain Null in Venom 3. And apparently gonna have him be played by, which I didn't put this down, I really should have. He's gonna be played by, freaking Norman Reedus. Which is a weird pick, but, like, cool at the same time.
You know what would be cool, off topic, would be seeing it in that new Hulk run that I was reading.
Oh,
if we saw him in as Bruce Banner now.
Oh, that would be good.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, he's gonna be Null, and Null's gonna be in the movie. This is getting into some comic shit. The main reason I brought this up is because Null's gonna be in the movie, and it seems as though Null is actually gonna be the overarching villain of the Sony Spider-Man Cinematic Universe and Spider-Man.
They just don't have a spot.
And that sounds like really awesome and cool. And then you learn that the creators of Null and all of this mythos and shit are not being paid in the slightest, which continues this really awful trend of Marvel making billions of dollars off of comic book creators and then
franchises,
barely giving them credit and not paying them for all this stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes not even inviting them to the movies that are adapting their books.
Fuck.
I feel like the higher up execs were just like, what's the guy's name that was behind Marvel? He had all the cameos. He's
Stanley.
They're just like, well, Stanley's dead, so like that's the only guy behind Marvel, right?
Yeah, that's the only basic.
What they probably think.
Who's Jack Kirby? Who's who's fucking Steve Ditko?
Yeah, that's it. We don't really care anymore.
What the guy who made the question, the fucking objectivist?
The new DLC for Persona 3, The Question.
The Question, yeah. But yeah, no, it's just I only put this because it really sucks how a lot of comic creators are treated, in particular by Marvel and DC. Yeah, it looks good.
Looks like Kiryu.
It looks a little like Kiryu.
It's like young Kiryu, Nishiyama.
Like if... Yeah.
A little bit of Nishiyama in there. You know what I mean? It's got the perfume store, get some lip.
Yeah.
Stay right there.
A little bit on.
Oh! You know, I'm gonna put this thing. I'm gonna put a Octo on a thing. You know what I'm saying? Talk to it. Now on Tuesdays.
There's Keiji Inafune is fucking and right there.
Right there. This is, if you look closely, you'll see Inafune's interjection with what he thinks Dead Rising should be. He got a lipstick, and it, of course, it does that attack. So, naturally, that's an Inafuneism.
Inafuneism.
So, as you can see, I'm gonna try it on the zombie right here.
Well, you know what else is a master? You know what else? You know what else had a lot of influence in a bad way? The Borderlands movie. Because it influenced people to not go see the movie, and now it has left theaters, having made only $31 million against a $115 million budget.
Here's the thing: that was a good movie. That was a really good movie, and I don't know why you guys are trashing it. Glenn, you didn't even say anything yet, and I know you're about to trash it. So just get it over with. Just get it over with. Just tell me how bad the fuck.
What did you put on?
I don't know.
You didn't put on anything. You just put on the suit.
No, right here. I'm not sure what is that. The shoe?
Wait, what are you putting on?
I don't know.
The animation's like,
Yeah, the animation's like, okay, I put something on. I don't even know.
But no, legitimately, I actually never.
I didn't either. I didn't watch it.
I was about to say, like, you watched it?
No, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, no.
I had Jamie Lee Curtis in it, though.
The only thing I understand about that movie is the director, Eli Roth, really likes GILFs.
Is that legitimately like a thing?
Well, it's something people are saying because he casts like Kate Blanchett as who's like
supposed to be like a 20-year-old.
She's supposed to be the character is supposed to be in her 20s, but then Kate Blanchett is in her like late 50s.
Yep.
And it's just weird. So I don't know, man.
Probably looks like.
Yeah, sure. Why not? But regardless, that movie is apparently just like garbage. And it sucks. They did. I say it sucks, but whether or not it sucks is up to you. I don't even know if I agree that it sucks, but it is apparently one of the worst box office bombs of all time.
So the biggest thing with a lot of these franchises getting movies is it's like, it's just so late in the life cycle of the property. Like, we're getting a Borderlands movie years after its popularity. Like, Borderlands is still popular, sure, but it's not as popular.
Borderlands should have gotten a movie around the time of like the pre-sequel, which was like the first time.
Borderlands 2 was like the biggest game in the
Borderlands
franchise.
2 is what that was the height of the franchise.
Exactly. So like, why was the movie not being like actively pushed and made during Borderlands 2?
So the was it the pre-sequel or whatever it was called? I think it was pre-sequel.
Yeah, pre-sequel.
That was like the weird spin-off after 2. Like that was a step down, but people hadn't like fully turned on Borderlands yet. I feel like once 3 came out, that's when people just turned. I don't think
it's people turning on the franchise. It's just it had been absent long enough to where you kind of like just lost the popularity. It's a natural thing. Moved on, especially in like today's culture. People are gonna move on if you don't have a game in your franchise.
Why do you keep giving me guitars?
Because it wants you to play music.
I don't want to play music. I want to fucking look. Do I look like a musician?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a minute. I gotta think of a segue.
Gitchy ya ya
Gitchy giggy ya ya. Bitchy bitch.
It's 7 a.m. 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Time.
7 a.m. Waking up in the morning. Gotta get fresh. Gotta go downstairs.
Gotta go to Wilmette Mall.
Go home.
Gotta grab my bowl.
Gotta stop his apocalypse.
Oh fuck.
Gotta survive 7 days.
7 days. Gonna get that Mega Buster. That's how you get
the
Mega
Buster.
You try 7 days. It's the Mega Buster.
No, I think the Mega Buster was
kills?
No,
that
was a
genocider.
Zombie genocider. Population of Wilmette.
I should go down into the.
Look at
you
the
should just like
fire
work
effect.
on that.
What the fuck, man? I am working on that, okay? Shut the fuck up.
Fuck. Okay.
God.
Fucking asshole.
Fuck.
I'll kill you.
Well, I got it. Borderlands, after the Borderlands movie came out, shortly afterwards, it was like clearly meant to coincide with the announcement of Borderlands 4, which that announcement fell completely flat. But you know what else is going to get announced likely in the next week at Tokyo Game Show next weekend? Well, Sega and Atlas, they have 3 unannounced titles at TGS. And one of those titles straight up fucking just accidentally leaked. Because they went and updated the Nocturne HD Steam page to add a bunch of achievements that indicate a Raidou Kuzunoha remaster is coming.
Oh, right.
Which, please, for the love of God, I have Raidou 2 right over there in the box. I've had it for a couple of years, and I don't want to play it until I play the first one. And the first one is, like, also $200.
Balls expensive.
They're both really expensive, and I really want to play it. And if they just did a remaster, that would save me a lot of time. Just emulate it.
Please emulate the fucking.
Come on, just emulate. Yeah, no,
they're good games though.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure. I thought you were like looking at. I thought that was a camera angle to look at what was on the shelf, and I was like, what the fuck?
It
is
certainly
on the
was
shelf?
a camera angle. That's for sure.
But yeah, no, I really hope this is real. It's a little strange. People have noted it's a little funny how they are doing a remaster. They seem to be doing a remaster of Raidou as opposed to Digital Devil Saga.
See, that's what I was about to say.
Because
I'm really waiting for a DDS I love it.
Well, it's also the 20th anniversary of DDS, which is why people think it's weird.
To be fair, you said it's, 3 games in total? Only one of them has been leaked? It's possible that
they could be doing both.
Announced at the same time.
They could be doing both.
This is definitely
have one come out this year, like in December or something, and then have the other one come out sometime next year.
It would be great. I would almost pre-order that.
Honestly, I think it'd be cool if they found a way to kind of like blur them into one game almost. So like obviously don't rebalance the game. That would require way too much effort. But they could do something like, oh, you don't get booted back out to the main menu and have to switch the games. You just like it just kind of starts you over in the new game and it just kind of keeps going. I think that would be neat. That'd be pretty neat. But yeah, no, remasters of those. Hopefully the lighting isn't as awkward as it was in Nocturne HD. The lighting in that remaster varies from good to
can't see shit.
Not even that. It's just like bad lighting. There we go.
Well, Mac, whether it's good or not is up to you. Entirely.
No, I agree, AJ. I agree. I think Raidou is a character that
he ironically could have been the mascot for SMT versus.
I feel like Raidou really is a character that they could make into more of an icon.
I mean, he's cool. His character design is cool in general.
He's cool looking, yeah.
Well, I feel like the concern is actually because of his character design, because Atlas and Sega, they want to sell more to like Korean markets now, and his design is based off of imperialist Japanese school uniform, which was based off of the military uniform at the time. And that's when they were doing all of those awful experiments on the Koreans and Chinese in World War II. So it's very sensitive. And Nocturne HD didn't even get, when it released in China and Korea, it didn't even get the Raidou part. It only had Dante, and you had to still get that as DLC. So I feel like
then what was in that spot? Just nothing?
I think nothing. I think it was just the normal version of Nocturne.
I honestly want to see like how the game plays in Korea with it just having nothing. And like, is it awkward?
Where it's just like, I walked up these stairs and nothing happened.
Probably. Well, that's the thing. Unless we play the original Japanese version of Nocturne, we actually don't know how these things originally played out, because we've only ever gotten Maniacs with Dante, and now Raidou.
I mean, unless you emulate.
Actually, no. Actually, no, we can.
Not an option. Because, we follow the law, and we don't break it.
Actually, never mind. There is a legal way, because, if I remember correctly, in Nocturne HD, I'm pretty sure...
Fucking Jake.
Fucking got his ass, dude.
What happened?
I just ran into the glass and it didn't break.
You did a great job.
I did a great. Is that wheel still spinning?
Yes, it is. It's going back and forth, though.
That's how it works in real life.
I think you're right, yeah. Fantastic.
You really captured the movement.
I know.
Of it.
That reminds me of this one, like, it's basically like broadcast meetings in like Providence, Rhode Island. And every time the judge gets because it's like traffic violations, every time, like, you'd be surprised how many people say, so they give them a picture of like the alleged crime, right, which is like running a light, right?
Yeah.
Usually it's like a rolling stop, like they stop at the stop light, and then they take a right because it's cool.
Yeah.
But they'll give a picture, and their defense will be like, well, the evidence you sent me shows me not running a red light. The picture shows me I'm stopped. And the judge is just like, ma'am, I have never seen a photograph of a moving car. Photograph does not show a stopped car. It's just a photograph. Of course it's not. Of course it's going to be stopped. And people, the amount of people that use that as a defense is like insane.
That is so
like,
funny.
Well, you gave me your evidence. The court's evidence shows my car stopped in the photograph. It's like it's stopped.
That's some Ace Attorney bullshit.
That is some Ace Attorney shit right there. And like the amount of people that actually use that is insane.
You know, this is not a news topic. This is just kind of like a little segue into something I've been wanting to tell you. I think I might have actually said this to you before, but I just don't remember.
Oh.
It is wild to me that we're getting a new Professor Layton game before we're getting a new Ace Attorney game.
You did not tell me that, actually.
It is wild.
Professor Layton game.
Yeah, they announced it, I believe, last year. But was it Level 5 announced that they're going to be doing like their own. They have their own like Nintendo Direct styled thing.
Yeah.
And they announced
Level 5 specifically.
Level 5 specifically.
How many IPs do they have?
They have
quite a few.
Many.
Honestly,
really.
Okay. It's just for a while. Level 5 was just not acknowledging the American market.
Yeah, I think they literally closed their American publishing division, and they were like, "We just want to focus on Japan."
Until I think it was like what 2 or 3 years later, they were like, "Oh, this was a mistake."
Yeah, no.
They quickly backpedaled on.
Gosh.
But they announced like one of their direct things, and they confirmed that the new Professor Layton's gonna be there, as well as a couple of other games they've already announced, and then they said that there's gonna be more games, unannounced games that are gonna be revealed there.
Dark Cloud Remastered.
It's just so wild to me that we're getting a new Layton before an Ace Attorney, which I feel like just says something about Capcom and like how it's like, guys, just you make a new Ace Attorney, you literally have no more to remaster. Yeah. Just make it. You literally have no choice but to make a new Ace Attorney.
Already remastered the world now, dude.
Breath of Fire remaster.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm talking about it.
Yeah, I know, I got you. They just don't want to touch Dragon Quarter because like Dragon Quarter was terrible.
I think with Ace Attorney, I think they might be going a similar route to say like Mega Man, where they're trying to like cultivate and grow an audience before making a new one. Yeah. And now they've literally they've reached that end point. They've ported Ace Attorney Investigations 1 and 2. They can't do any. There's no more. There's no more. They did them all.
There's Lost Planet that hasn't gotten.
I haven't seen Lost Planet in a fucking long time.
I'm trying to think of all these off the wall Capcom titles now, but I can't. I think other than Lost Planet, which is that era where it could be easily remastered, I think that's really like the only franchise left.
I think you're right. That's the only other franchise they have that could work. But even then,
I mean, in terms of like easy, because that all they'd have to do is just upscale the textures and do a little bit of work here and there, but that's really it.
I really would prefer for all of these Mega Man Legacy whatever they stop putting that damn pixel filter over the ones that are supposed to blur the pixels together. I really wish they would stop doing that and instead would just have an option to they just like redraw the sprites instead.
Yeah.
If they want to have a version where it's like, if you don't want to look at pixels, you don't have to. I really wish they would do that, because they did that with Ace Attorney. And it looks way better than that ugly-ass like filter that makes the game look like it's covered in Vaseline. They've been doing that for like all of them from Mega Man X onward, and it's really gross. It doesn't look good.
It just kind of seems like a lot of developers think like pixel smoothing is better than just like the defined pixel like natural look.
Mm-hmm. You know, the pixel art like remasters for Final Fantasy. They look good too.
Actually, there's one Ace Attorney game that they could still remaster before making a new one. Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney.
Go do that.
Yeah, that's the only one left. But that would require them to work with Level 5, which, I'll be honest, I feel like Level 5 would be up for it. I think they'd be up for it.
Japanese.
Mm-hmm. One thing I gotta say about Level 5, by the way, I really appreciate that, like, the Level 5 games don't use a traditional generic anime art style. They always look, like, really cartoony.
Yeah.
Like, the Layton style is... They use, like, a Layton style for their games. For, like, all of their games. Not just Layton. It's, like, across the board.
Yes.
And I just think that's cool. I think that's neat.
We're not in his store anymore.
Yeah, we left your store, bro.
We're not
Your
in
store's
your store
we left
now,
your store
brother.
alone. Well, so going back to the Raidou HD leak, you know what else has supposedly leaked from a pretty. I don't know enough about this fandom, but we've talked about Dragon Ball on this on these streams before.
Yeah, a couple of times. Yeah.
A couple of times. Well, I'm not like active in the Dragon Ball fandom at all. I'm like more of a casual fan. I do love it, but I'm not like in there. I'm like, oh man, like what's gonna happen? I want to have the discourse with people and all that. Well, you should really heal up.
Thanks. What the fuck is wrong?
No shit.
Like I just got hit. Give me a second.
Well, supposedly a reliable and popular Dragon Ball leaker leaked two things.
Yeah.
One is what I want to talk about. The other is something I saw that I'm like, oh, that actually sounds really shitty. Like, that sounds really shitty of him to leak. Well, the thing that was shitty, he apparently leaked, like, major plot twists with Daima long before it comes out. And people are really pissed at him for leaking it.
Yeah.
Well, because you can't freaking, like, learn about anything on your own anymore. Everything gets leaked nowadays.
Yeah!
Nothing's a surprise.
Yeah.
Well, now that's making me... You saying that is making me question whether or not I should even say what this leak was. Because this is not with the story.
Well, if you came here, that's your spoiler.
Okay, well... well, Dragon Ball Daima, he leaked that apparently the original voice actress of Kid Goku and Kid Gohan, the dub, coming back for Daima to play Mini Goku. Stephanie Nadolny.
Yeah.
The original Kid Goku and Kid Gohan coming back to play Goku Mini.
I mean,
Goku Mini. Yeah, because he's not a kid in it. They're mini. They're all mini versions of themselves.
I mean, is it just me that thinks that that's not necessarily surprising?
It is only because she just dropped off the face of the earth with after Kai, where she just got recast, and we've never gotten a reason why she got recast. So it's like, it's just kind of a huge deal that they're not just going with Colleen Klinkenbeard like they have in everything else. Did you just get the sacrificial sword again?
I just got...
Oh. I guess the big weapon for killing him is supposed to be grocery cart. You know, we've been saying this the last couple of days.
God, what's up?
Zombie wins by doing nothing.
Oh.
Let's go!
look at those textures,
Not
dude.
bad, dude. Not fucking bad, dude.
Man, that taint.
Bring back the erotica.
Let's turn the flash on. There we go. That's a good one. What the fuck are you?
Anyway, what was it? Oh shit, what was I gonna say? Gonna say something.
You gonna shit?
I was gonna shit.
More Dragon Ball, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, I can't use this card. I
Yeah,
can phase
you literally
through it.
flip through it.
I don't know, I think the original voice actress, Stephanie, is a better fit for Gohan and Goku. Kid Gohan, Kid Goku, versus Colleen. I think Colleen is a great voice actress, but I do not think that voice fits for those characters.
What a coincidence. I feel literally the...
Whoa! I think she's a good voice actress, it's just not the right fit for those two characters. But if there had to be someone else playing those characters, I don't think she's a bad choice.
Yeah,
She's just not... I would just prefer Stephanie, because I'm so used to it, because I'm a nostalgia pill, as they would say.
Or we can just say it's better. I mean...
You could say that.
We don't have to be nostalgia pill just because like the previous thing.
Yeah.
It's actually... It just...
Yeah. Well, you know what else is, said, I'm gonna shit. Well, you know what else is, shit?
What's shit?
The shitty situation that developers of Pal World Pocket Pair has found themselves in.
Nice segue.
Segue, dude.
Yeah. They're getting sued by Nintendo and the Pokemon Company for not for like
What you would
copyright.
think. Yeah.
Not for copyright, which is what you would think. It's for...
Are you gonna try and kill me?
Yes.
Yeah. All the survivors are enemies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, they're suing over patent infringement, which is weird because...
I don't know what fucking she thought she was doing, dude.
I don't know.
Fucking not.
Jetty, that's good. Ooh, pizza.
Ooh, pizza. Pizza.
Give me pizza.
I don't want to get wet. I didn't even know what.
Yeah, Pokemon Company.
Yeah, Pokemon Company. Yeah, they're suing over patent, which is weird because you can only really patent like game mechanics, and like what mechanics? I don't really know what mechanics in Pokemon that you could patent that are shared with Pow World.
I actually looked up.
The only similarities I can think of are like concepts, which you can't patent concepts.
I actually looked
like
up
that.
what I think they said. It was like, it was basically, somehow they had a patent on weird things, but it wasn't like, it's literally just like, okay, you copied our shit, we're gonna take you down with any legal means we can, because, like, one of the things was, like, I think, like, waking or day have to use a title for a long time, and then it's saying, or some shit like that. And obviously, I don't think they really care about that. I think they care about finding a legal way to take down Bell.
I
and then
think
just using that.
I think in terms of designs, I think there's actually absolutely you can make an argument there. But then there's also like, you know, I feel like with copyright, they're like that's also just a very easy way. Whoa! So anyway, copyright. I feel like copyright, you could very easily make the legal argument of like parody, but I also don't know how the Japanese legal system works and how well that defense would work there, would fly there. But at least in America, I feel like even though the designs are like very blatantly like this is the same shit, I feel like at least in America you can defend yourselves on parody law.
Yeah.
I just don't know how well that would work, and the fact that they're going for patent makes me think that defense might not work well in Japan.
Stay here. I want that rocket launcher, but I don't want to get... Stay here.
Yeah, no, I would absolutely keep that rocket launcher.
Down right.
Pow World, or not Pow World. I mean, yeah, Pow World. Pocket Pair. The developer Pocket Pair did release a statement. Going through it, they basically talked about how they actually don't know the specifics of what patents are apparently being infringed upon. They don't know any specifics yet. But they are like a small indie company, and they're gonna work hard as best they can to, you know,
Beat the big bad.
to beat the big bad. I don't think they're gonna come out of this well in a good spot. They're not gonna come out of this.
I think they have like a 100%.
And unless they just, we could get surprised, and like we get surprised with like they actually did find something that we out in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's code in the game that is literally some shit like that.
Or like textures.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, there could very well easily be something in there. I just feel like, again, not the most aware when it comes to like the Japanese legal system when it comes to like civil suits. I just don't think Pocket Pair's gonna come out of this in a good spot.
Because I think Nintendo has a 100% rate for things that just like, all right, we're gonna.
Yeah. Honestly, there's a very good chance they might just settle out of court.
The only thing Nintendo has ever lost in terms of a court case was back in the 90s. Nintendo tried to sue rental companies because they didn't want people renting their game. From what I remember,
That's bullshit.
And they lost that lawsuit.
Good. Good. Fuck that. Why does the main character of this shit himself?
I mean, look at him.
Yeah, why does Frank West shit himself?
He literally always shits himself. That's like what he's known for.
You can't give him food poisoning.
Yeah, that's true.
But he pukes though, right?
Yeah.
Proto, the Japanese public is upset with the Power World devs? Are they like, is it actually like popular opinion over there that people like are like fuck Pal World?
And
Is that like a thing? Because it's the sort of thing where I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Not necessarily what I would agree with it. I don't know how I feel, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I just think the whole thing is...
Well, you know, worst case, while I guess Proto responds or whatever, let's say worst case scenario happens and Pocket Pair shuts down and they have to pull Pal World from everywhere. What is the best way to get Pal World at that point, do you think?
We mean get them.
Like, to be able to get your hands on a copy of Pal World and play it. What would you think the best way to do it would be?
Yeah, I'm sure it's already been like backed up to servers and such. So the game would technically never cease to exist as much as Nintendo wants it to. Well, and more specifically, like, and I think we had a conversation about this before. Is it more so Nintendo suing them or the Pokemon group?
Yeah, we talked about
I believe it is Nintendo is the one that filed the lawsuit.
I thought it was as a joint.
It is a
It
joint.
But
is-
it's more
is-
so
it is a-
Pokemon Company.
It is a joint.
My understanding is that it is a joint lawsuit, but it was Nintendo specifically that like did it.
Gotcha.
Probably.
So I think it's principally Nintendo.
Okay.
Anyway, so this is actually a segue because we did talk about this a little bit,
Yeah.
and you got a little bit spoiled on it last night.
Oh, or is
They
it...
announced a new Like a Dragon game, a new Yakuza game.
Yeah.
It is not a new Judgment game. It is not a new numbered game. It is what you guys spoiled on. It is a Majima game.
Yeah. Just Majima?
It is a Majima game where you play as Majima.
Okay.
Now I want you to think. What is the best way for them to reuse all of those assets they made? All of those Hawaii assets that they made?
Hawaii assets. Villain something thing with Maji? Maybe makes his own, like, place or something like that?
You're getting the right idea. You're getting the right idea.
Hawaii assets. The thing is, like, because, you know, all the mini-games and, like, the Yakuza
What's
games,
like a good theme?
Think like wild shit.
like, wild shit?
I want you to think really hard about Majima and think what would be the most out there shit that would also be the most in character for the series.
Well, he'd definitely be breaking the fucking law.
Uh-huh.
So, if he's out in Hawaii, maybe he... He's not a cop.
No.
No.
So he's breaking the law.
Yup.
Is he like a pirate?
Dude.
Oh my fucking god! It's pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
A Majima game where he gets amnesia and becomes a pirate.
That's so
in
fitting.
Hawaii, in the Pacific.
That's awesome.
And you can go to Hawaii, but it's not. I don't think the main hub's gonna be in Hawaii.
Yeah.
But do you want to see the trailer? I could pull it up real quick.
Yeah, pull up the trailer.
We got. We're doing a live reaction. Doing a live reaction. Let me move the mic over here.
Okay.
So we can see.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull it up on the monitor
Get behind this thing, so
on the stream, so everyone else can see it as well.
Is there a place where I can get?
You could probably. Could you just pause it?
Oh, I can just pause it.
You can just pause it.
Hell yeah.
I think we're so used to games not being able to be paused.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sadly, yeah.
Okay, so let me see.
Careful what you bring up.
Yeah, I did type P.
Oh shit.
Let me just get. Here's the Sega upload. Now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you the headset.
Okay.
Let me turn it on for you. Give you the headset. And then I'm gonna bring it up on stream so it can also be the stream can also see and hear it.
Okay.
Trying to find it. Do that. And then let me set up this. Where is it?
Headphones.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, and I'm gonna turn this down also so the stream doesn't get blasted out their ass.
All right.
Okay. Here we go. Holy fuck! Ah!
That's crazy.
There we go.
Look at Majima's ass.
There he is. This is like that TF2 Heavy trailer.
That water looked good.
It's fucking, I forgot the crab's name.
Nancy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's not naked though.
No.
He's not naked.
He's
like
half naked.
Yeah.
He's half naked.
Decided to go a little easy on this one.
Yeah. Make us feel better.
Yeah.
Make me feel less intimidated.
Less, yeah, worried, demasculated.
Yeah.
Huh? No, that's too. Not his feet.
Pretty cool though.
I know Ichiban feet.
There is some Ichiban, but it's not in the most direct way, I guess is the best way to put it.
Huh. Can you imagine if you were this kid in the situation? Find a Japanese dude washed up on talk to him. There's a fucking tiger. Don't forget about that.
There's just a tiger. That tiger's gonna grow up, and that tiger's gonna grow up, and you're gonna get like
pet.
You're gonna get like it's gonna be a whole thing.
Be a pound mate.
Yeah, he's gonna be he's gonna be a summon.
Oh, is there no audio? Let me.
Oh, oops. You can pause if you want.
Nope. There we go.
Okay.
There. It should be good.
Oh, complete amnesia.
Yeah.
Rich island.
This is frankly the. I was worried that they were just gonna do what Lost Judgment did and just come up with a reason for Yagami to go to Hawaii, which I think would be kind of annoying.
Yeah.
It'd be an annoying trend, but I think this is just so much smarter.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, yeah, I'm fine going back to Hawaii like this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it does take place after 8.
After 8, yeah.
It takes place after 8.
I wonder how low it's gonna be.
I have no fucking idea, dude. Black Flag, maybe?
Honestly, I still have questions about how it's gonna play.
Well, consider how how Yakuza just keeps going in different directions.
That's just Jack Sparrow. Also, another game that we could hopefully get a dual language mod for, where the American characters speak English and the Japanese characters speak Japanese. I know someone did that for the demo of 8 that came with Gaiden, but I don't know if anyone ever made one for the full game.
This is a perfect setting for Majima.
Oh no, it's like balls to the walls insanity.
Perfect Majima stuff here. He killed Jack Sparrow, so now he's the captain.
And you just know you just know that they're gonna be like classical pirates, and they're gonna be going up against classical pirates, and then also real life modern pirates, which are nothing like classical pirates.
Holy shit!
That contrast is hilarious to me.
That's literally Majima's home. This is insane.
He just becomes a fucking pirate.
Dude, this is gonna be so good.
Arshad, the names on screen are who's with me. It's my usual co-host, Arby, also known as Hawk to a Tuesday for the evening.
Tuesday, yeah.
And then our friend Vagrant, also known as Glenny Poo Poo. That was what that's what he requested.
No, that was what he was named at birth.
Yeah, that's true.
Poo Poo's the name.
Of course, there's an underground red light district of pirates.
Oh, a fucking course. Why would there not be?
Yeah.
This just reminds me of Dead Souls. Like fucking wacky it is.
Honestly, this is just a great way to help pad things out, is to do like a random spin-off, a Judgment game, and then have a new numbered game.
Well, it's all using the same assets, so it's like kind of like how Far Cry had random expansion packs.
Yes. So yeah, then you can.
Yes, let's go!
Yes, you could go to Hawaii.
He's doing Ichiban stuff.
But it seems like Hawaii is more like that's just gonna be a place you can go.
This is the off the record of Yakuza 8.
Basically. Basically. It seems like it's mostly gonna be you're going to islands out at sea, but then you can also go to Hawaii.
Dude, this looks fucking awesome. I like how Majima had his clones too.
Yes.
That he got into 7.
You sneeze!
That's so fucking good, dude.
Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Wait, what's pre-order? Go back to it?
Pre-order bonus is Ichiban,
pirate?
an Ichiban crew, and then Ichiban outfits.
Okay.
Um,
You get a Majima statue at the collectors.
acrylic statue. Acrylic standee.
Okay, that's important. Yeah.
Hold on. There's one shot that people have zoomed in on that's gonna be real important. Not actually real important, but it's like a notable shot that we should note.
Yeah.
I wanna find it. It's a shot of him and like his entire crew. I think this might be it. This will lead into it, rather. Okay. Okay. Go back. Look who it is!
Who the fuck is that?
It's the Obitarian.
Who?
The Obitarian.
Who's that?
Have you never met the Obitarian in these games?
I don't know.
Holy shit. She's been around since 0, and she's been in every game, and she's
Really?
a fucking menace.
What does she do?
She just sexually harasses people. And she's an old lady.
Is she like in the sub-stories or something?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I never did those.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But no, like, look at it. There's Gary Buster Holmes.
Yeah.
Gary Buster Holmes. There's a lady in bikini. There's a fucking ninja dude. There's, what's his name? Who's related to the Crazy Taxi. Not Crazy Taxi.
Oh, yeah, Crazy Delivery.
Crazy Delivery.
Yeah.
There's, what's his name who did the weapon stuff in 3?
Uh-huh.
There's them over here. There's the guy who speaks English, or like he's a Japanese dude who speaks English, and he's tied into like the school and stuff.
The coffee guy's there from 8. What the hell?
Yeah, no, like there's so much. There's just everyone is here, and he can be your crew.
I was like looking and thinking the guy in the back. To me, it looked like he was wearing sandals. I was like, what the fuck is Tomizawa doing here?
Dude, that looks like Nanba right there.
Does kind of look
really,
like Namba.
Yeah.
Does kind of look like Namba. No, like this whole crew just like this looks so fucking cool.
Dude,
everyone
reference
is
to
here.
the series essentially.
That's the thing is like they reuse assets in such a good way.
Yeah. No, I am very happy with how this looks. It looks so
I
cool.
love how he's doing air combos.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
And
Yeah.
that's supposed to be like the new thing with this game is the air combos.
I would love air combos in Yakuza.
Mm-hmm.
But awesome.
But yeah, there it is.
Good shit.
Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
I'm excited.
Something
Comes out soon.
comes out in February.
I love that they announce their games right when they're about to come out. That's so fucking cool.
You want to know
They always
something?
do that.
You want to know something really funny?
What?
This game leaked on 4chan months ago, and no one believed it because it was so fucking ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Um.
I don't know how they didn't believe our ridiculous types of concepts.
Yeah. Oh god. I'm getting all tied up.
Oh, you need to.
I'm getting tied up.
Yep. Turn it on.
I'm trying to move the mic back.
No, on that thing.
Got a Hakutua on my
On that thing.
Hua.
No.
So
Fuck is it?
who the fuck is this?
Bitch.
Majima, but yeah, Majima's a pirate. The game leaked. So because of that leak, I actually believe everything. There was like a few things in there that aren't like evident in the trailer.
Yeah.
It's not like spoilers. It's like behind the scenes stuff. Apparently, there was actually internal debate as of a couple of months ago about whether or not they should call it Like a Dragon Gaiden, like the man who erased his name.
Yeah.
Which I think it would have been fair to call this Gaiden.
Like a Dragon Gaiden.
But it makes me
pirate
wonder if Gaiden didn't sell well. It makes me wonder if Gaiden didn't sell well. And that might have been why they dropped the title.
Did you see the numbers at all?
No, I don't know, because it was digital only, so I don't think there were like easily accessible numbers. If I remember correctly, companies have to release digital sales.
What's it going to be called in Japan?
In Japan, it's just called like Ryuga Gotoku Pirate in Hawaii.
I'm surprised they didn't keep Gaiden in the Japanese name, because it literally translates to
Side story. And that's clearly what this is. Yeah, no, I think this is great. It looks awesome.
That looks fucking amazing. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Very, very excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess the last thing, and this is unless there's anything you guys can come up with, this is the last story I wanted to put down.
Okay.
All the Switch 2 leaks that have happened, where it's like, apparently they filmed a trailer for a quote-unquote unannounced device a few weeks ago, and it's probably going to be Switch 2. And apparently there are people saying that the announcement for Switch 2 might even come as early as this week.
Yeah.
This coming week. Which I think would almost to the month. There'd be a month difference, but it would be almost to the month of when they announced the Switch. Because the Switch 2, I remember, was announced towards the end of October 2016. So that's only a month away from it, so it was kind of line up. But there's all these things. There's like apparently like specs out there, which, if they're to be believed, would put it in between. It would put it like higher than an Xbox Series S.
Like what? Not higher than an X or something?
They wouldn't put it at an X, but it would put it higher than an S, which I don't know if I believe that. That's the thing about leaks about specs. I just never fully believe them, just because I feel like you can't expect, if it sounds too good, it feels like that's just not what Nintendo's gonna do.
Yeah.
In terms of power, because they're not interested in power. They're interested in making it affordable and making sure they don't sell it at a loss. Yeah, they care about the games. I care about making sure those games fucking run well.
I mean, not to mention, like, known hardware, which is what a lot of Nintendo does, is hardware that has been developed with for years. It makes it much easier for developers to actually make a game on the hardware.
Yeah. Yeah, we already talked about Raidou. Yeah. It looks neat. But yeah, that's a thing that is leaked and is apparently potentially coming soon. There's also apparently in the next week, there is a rumored state of play. There's a rumored state of play, which lines up with a ESRB rating for a not Last of Us, Horizon remaster, which is really uninteresting.
Yep.
And then industry journalist, known man of respect, Jeff Grubb, says that he not only had he been hearing about a Horizon remaster for a while, but he also has been hearing about a remaster of another game that's even more boring. And the only other choice people could come up with that would be even more boring would be Days Gone. Because I don't know who really cares about Days Gone. Those are two games that feel... Days Gone less so. But, like, those are two games that are just, like, I don't know who... Like, I'm sure they're fine. They're good. But, like, I don't see people really, like, care about them.
No.
But Horizon feels like a fucking industry plant. Whereas Days Gone feels like it just kind of came and went. And no one really cared.
Days Gone. Days Gone. Very appropriate title.
Yeah. Well, apparently that the guy, the creative director is a massive asshole. He's apparently just a massive asshole, and Days Gone.
This game sucks.
Well, apparently Days Gone, the developer, Days Gone actually sold well enough where they're like, "Hey, do you want to do a sequel?" And then the developer said,
passed on it. I thought.
Or is it the other way around?
The developer passed on it. And apparently, some people wonder if the reason why they passed on it was because it would mean they'd have to keep working with that creative director. And apparently he was like such a massive asshole. He literally had to go, he was forced to go to anger management classes in order for the game to finish because people had to work with him and no one wanted to work with him because he was a massive asshole.
That's hilarious.
And then he left the studio and he has just gone back to being an asshole on Twitter. And he like hates Astrobot.
Why does he hate Astrobot?
Because Deacon's in it.
His character's in it, and he feels as though it's disrespectful to his character. But it's like, man, fuck off.
Why is they even...
Yeah, I'll be honest. They put in weirder shit in there. I feel like it's reasonable to put him in there. Just compared to like some of the other stuff they put in there.
He's fucked.
Well, anything else you guys want to talk about? Any other news topics? Because I feel like that's kind of it from what I had.
Yeah, so there was this one thing that happened that I wanted to talk about. Essentially, it was like 2023, and I was in a hotel, and I was trying to farm a legendary node, and you fucking bent over and farted, and I couldn't get that legendary node, and then...
Open ass cheeks and everything.
Yeah, you spread your ass cheeks wide open, you bent over, you even did like a little moan. It was really weird, and I didn't know what to do. I just had to back off, and when you did that, I lost my legendary node because the cooldown ran out, and I had to wait 45 minutes again to get that thing because it just smelled so bad. And so I really wanted to confront you about it. I decided now it's probably the time to do it. So I just wanted to...
But you couldn't run away.
Yeah, you couldn't really go anywhere. You couldn't really laugh it off. Couldn't, haha, nice joke, I'm confronting you about it now. What do you have to say for yourself type thing, I guess?
Thought we agreed to not talk about this.
No, yeah, we did, and I just can't keep quiet anymore. I can't really hold my tongue anymore. It's just I had to bring it up. So, if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine, but I really needed to, like get that out there. So now you know, and
It's really bugged him.
It really,
for, the
yeah.
last year or so. Like, he constantly messages me about it, like, looking for solace, and I literally can't just give him any more comfort.
He's ran out of...
Yeah,
I didn't say it, but like I know you.
I told him he should actually confront you about it for real. So
yeah, because you're probably tired. You have better things to do. You got
at this point, you probably constantly think about it, probably dream about it.
I have had several dreams about it, and I really just kind of want it out of my head. And I figured the only way to get to it is just. I really didn't appreciate how you farted while I was trying to.
I'm ending the stream.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that later then. We on the stream here.
I'm
okay. That's fine.
I'm not very
you just